Yo, what it do, St. Louis? It is
What's
that
up?
time of the morning again. Y'all know what it is, man. It is
What's up, man?
Tuesday, 7 a.m.
Tuesday,
Central Standard Time. So that means it's time
7
for
a.m.
the St. Louis Hustle Podcast with your
East
boy Cortez
Time.
Hustle and my girl,
Ah,
Michelle. Hey,
hey, thank you for
man.
saying it right. Thank you.
Man,
Put some
we got a
respect on it.
wonder-filled show for you this morning. We're talking about the cost of being
Mm,
accepted. Do us a huge favor, man. As you are coming into the room, make sure that you comment in the chat where you're from. Let us know the name of your business
uh,
and or your brand. We like to
who
give
are
you
you?
a quick
We want to
shout out
shout
as
you
well.
out.
Just don't post any links.
No
And
links.
let us know. The question of the
No
day
links.
is, what is the greatest price you have ever paid to be accepted? Because we
Yes.
know that as we are social creatures, we
Yes.
also like to click up and exclude people from the clique. And
Yes.
sometimes we go through a lot
It's
of things
bad. We
to
shouldn't do
feel
that.
accepted by others. So we're talking about that. Do us a huge
Mm-hmm.
favor, man. Smash the subscribe button if you're checking us out on YouTube. Like the
Smash.
page if you're checking us out on Facebook. And for my folks who like to just download the podcast, make sure you go over to your favorite podcasting place, whether it's iTunes, Stitcher,
Go over there.
iHeart, wherever,
Go do
and give
that.
us a
Go do
review. If
that.
you like the show, then let the people know that you like the show. And
Let
it
us
is now
know you
time
like
for
the
us to
show.
run our intro. You go over to your favorite podcasting place,
That is.
all right. So now our fake intro, Michelle. It is time.
Oh.
So you're gonna drop the beat. Liz is in the building from NYC. I love it,
Oh,
love it, love
what?
it.
New
Welcome.
York is
Yeah,
here?
we out on the
New
west
York
and
is
east
here?
coast. Yes.
What? Boy, you better turn up, turn up, turn up, turn up.
Yeah, we got to turn
What's
up for the
up?
NYC.
I'm just saying. I
Let
love
us
New York.
know, Liz, what is the biggest price you have ever paid? We got Lizzie on IG as well as Mr.
Oh,
Towels, I think, is on IG as well. And that travel guy is also on IG. So
okay. Well, look at
welcome, welcome,
that.
welcome to
Hi,
the
y'all.
stream, people.
Hi there. How are you?
Welcome,
Nice to
welcome,
meet you.
welcome. Got a huge
Follow me.
announcement that we got to get to here in a
We
second.
we
Michelle,
we we do.
yeah,
We
yeah,
do.
yes,
Hell didn't tell me
indeed.
what be going on. I'm gonna be surprised with y'all.
Got a
We got an
huge
announcement.
announcement. Love the St. Louis
Huge.
Hustler 314 mug. Bam.
What? Y'all see that merchandise? You see the merch? Look at
Yes.
that. I'm a
Y'all make
spokesperson.
sure that y'all go over to the website and grab yourself some
What?
merch. If you know anybody from
The
St. Louis, these are
merch.
some great gifts that you can just drop
Yes.
in their mailbox, man.
You can put it
So
in their mailbox.
you
You
ready,
should do
Shell? Let's
that.
officially
Mm.
get the show started.
Boom. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the St. Louis Hustle Podcast. I am Cortez Hustle. She is
Bye.
Michelle A. And we are
Hey.
coming to you live and direct from the Monetize My Life studios here in
Yes.
St. Louis, Missouri. I wrote this
Monetize
book,
your life.
guys, to help you take your gifts, talents, special
Monetize
abilities,
your
and
life.
turn them into income. Four incredibly simple
Income.
ways to turn your passions into profit
Oh,
with little to no startup costs. Won't cost you
none.
nothing, ladies and
Little to
gentlemen.
know. I
All you
like
got to
little to
do
know.
is go over to
What I gotta do?
monetizemylifenow.com. You can get
Oh,
the
I
book.
got that. I got
I
that.
also have a bundle with the book
What?
and the course on how to become an influencer that could
Mm.
change the game for you and your folks. Michelle, what's going
Shut.
on? How was your weekend, sis?
My weekend was great. First of all, don't just rush past all that. I get a bundle if I go to the website.
You
I
go
like
to the
bundles.
website, you get the
I
bundle.
like. I like. Well, I used to like bundles. I guess I don't like bundles no more. But you ladies, if you like bundles, go
Yes,
on over to
yes.
the website and get your bundles.
And let
Get
me
your
say
bundles.
this about your bundles.
Uh,
I don't know if you missed the bundles, but I missed the bundles, Michelle.
you you don't
You
like
was,
bald head
I
shell?
mean, you were one of the most creative with the bundles,
I
and you did it well. You did it well, man. I don't like
was.
a whole lot of synthetic, but man, you did the bundle thing well, and
Sir, human,
I mean,
human.
it's human, but the look is synthetic because it's not your natural beauty like I see today. So that's what I mean by the synthetic. I normally like just plain Jane. Give me you who God created you to be. I want to see the package God put you in, right? But you were very creative with your
red,
with your bundles, man, and you wore them well, man. You wore them well.
Green, blonde. Y'all know I don't rock blonde. I'm probably about the blackest chick you're gonna see rock blonde. It's just what I do. It's what I do. You know
Melissa
what?
said, yes, she did.
Who said
that? My man Zolani says, yes, we like the natural. Yes, I ain't gonna lie, man. I like the natural.
This dude, you know what? I used to. That dude, talk about natural. That dude walk up in the job with the super pro, and they be looking at him like, and he be like, "And what? Just leave him alone. Let him let him just do his thing. Don't say
rock
nothing."
What I rock. What?
Exactly. They be like, "Don't make eye contact. Just let him do it." That's how it works, you know.
That Angela Davis, like, you say something if you want to.
Man, they really didn't know. He was like professional, but then once you look, you be like, I let him go. Just let him go. Just let him go. So, man, my weekend, right? My weekend was good. It was cool, you know. I'm trying to really get more in the habit of trying to do my homework on the weekend.
Yeah,
not working out for me. I'm trying, and so Sunday, this is what I did, right? So Sunday, I'm having this kind of emotional day, blah, blah, blah. So I said, I'm going to go study. I hate, you know me, I hate being in the house, right? It's not that I have to go to the club. I ain't got to go to a club, although turn up. I do like a good turn up. However, I ain't got to go to the club. I will go. I just need to be out. You know, I like people and I like to be around people. So I said, I need to study, you know, for my classes and all that, blah, blah, blah. So I went to Forest Park. Pulled out the chair. I took myself on a picnic.
Okay.
I ain't need nobody to go with me. I took a little small cooler. I took my lawn chair, and I went and I sat in front of this nice little lake. Found a nice spot. It wasn't too secluded. It was other people there, but it wasn't overcrowded. And I was good until I was good until them damn ducks. If you know me like you know me, you know I don't do birds of no kind. Like, you know, I know God made the birds. I'm glad, thank you, Jesus. However, I don't like them. I don't like them. I ain't gonna ever like them. And I was chilling, minding my own business. It seemed like 200. It probably was only about 30, but in my mind, it was like, that's about 200 birds right there.
Yeah,
and they all 12. Came out.
I counted. It was 12. I counted.
It seemed like more, but they all mobbed on me at the same time. They came out the water in a pack, in a group, like wolves, and they was hunting. I think the ducks was hunting me. They wanted, like, you know about Big Black Barbecue. They was hunting Big Black Shell. They was hunting, and they made me move across the street. And then when I moved across the street, when I'm telling you, oh my mama, I moved across the street. Them ducks, they was cool, and this what happened. I love, you know, she love everybody. I love white people, black people, brown, whatever. But these little white kids kept messing with them daggum ducks, chased them and scaring them. And then the ducks was like, the ducks was like, we out of here. We going across the street. Wait, I'm across the street. You don't have to come over here. They was crossing the street. They got to the sidewalk, and that one duck, that leader duck, hopped down off the curb. I said, shit, time to go. I pack it up. Gotta go.
The leader duck.
The leader duck. He was the pack leader. I told you, they like, woo. Stalking. So I left. They ran me out. It's y'all world. They ran me out the park.
Right. Zolani says, the ducks are fine, but I had a goose. Hiss at me like he wanted some beef.
Oh, he was finna get your beef, sir. He was finna get that beef. He was finna. And what did you do, Zolani? I hope that you got out of there, sir, playing around.
Right.
Yeah. So, real quick, let me get to the COVID numbers.
COVID.
Missouri, we 86,000, y'all.
Getting on up there.
86,000. Illinois, we just stop counting Illinois. We just say they all the way up. They're Illinois
between 250 and 300. Rapidly
they are.
Approaching
they're between.
300.
They are. They really are. They're between 250 and 300. Really, to be honest with you, I really want to say they're right about the 280, 290 mark. Yeah. So they're kissing it. 300. So,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
okay though, But God, we're going through this. We're gonna make it through the little thing, and
Oh
we'll be on
yeah,
the other side of this
yeah.
before you know. We will,
We is not
hopefully.
worried. We is not
Not at
worried. So
all.
we've got a
We
great
ain't worried.
show in
We have a
store
great
for
show.
you. I want you guys to do me a
You
favor.
do us a
Answer this
favor.
question. What is
Answer
the
the
biggest
question.
price you've ever paid to be accepted? I got Liz's answer here. I'm going to show that in a second. But what is the biggest price you've ever paid to be accepted? Because that's what we're talking about today. Acceptance,
Yes.
to be accepted or not to be accepted. And we've got some great facts, and there's a lot to unpack here. So if
Yes.
you're watching us on IG, go over to facebook.com/St. Louis Hustle Podcast to
There
catch
we
us there,
go.
because I love you, but I gotta go.
Right. Peace out.
All right. So Michelle, you want to lead us off on this discussion? No, let me do my big announcement
Do
before
your
you
big
lead us off
announcement.
on
Yes.
this
Hello.
discussion.
We
Listen, guys,
excited.
y'all know St. Louis Hustle Podcast is all about showing love to the movers and shakers in St.
I'm a
Louis.
mover and a
And
shaker.
we have decided that we've got guest spots available, 2 per show, a 2 to 3 minute interview where you can bring the noise if you're an entrepreneur with your product or service, if you're an
Yeah.
organization with your message, if
You
you are
can
a
do it.
politician, if
You
you
can do
are a
it.
social activist, and
You can
you
do
want to
it.
get exposed to our St. Louis Hustle
Oh,
Podcast family,
our
then yeah,
family.
I'm gonna need y'all to go click
Reach
on
out.
this link. Let me grab the link and put that
Can you
in
grab the
the
link?
comments for you. And all
Hey,
you
can
do
you
is fill out
grab
a
the
little bit of
link?
information. Let us know what you got going
A
on.
little bit.
And we want to feature you
We want to do that.
in the podcast, right? So we'll do a short 2 to 3 minute interview with you, and we're going to
So
display
we'll do.
that and share your
We're gonna
information. But
do
you
that.
got to be a St. Louis based
You gotta
entrepreneur,
be
though, because this is
based.
the St. Louis Hustle Podcast, right? So
Hello, duh. St.
got to
Louis.
be St. Louis based. But if you are interested, if you know St. Louis based businesses that could
Yes.
use a little exposure,
Just a
tag them in
little
this
bit.
video, share this with them, grab this link and share this link with them
Yep.
as soon as I can find it.
Soon as we can
And
find it.
we're
We were
going
ready.
to
Big
allow
announcement.
you access to our audience. So now,
That's what
Michelle,
we're gonna
you
do.
got that out the
Now,
way.
that's
You
out of the way.
can
That's a
go
big
ahead.
announcement. That's
Yeah, man,
big.
that's huge, man. I
Y'all better
think
come on get
showing
with us.
love, and
Yep.
of course, we've only got limited spots. First come, first serve, man. So if you
Yeah.
want to share what you do with our audience and let us big you
Gosh.
up, then here is the link
Yeah.
that you need to click on, and
Yep.
we'll get you straight
We're
around
gonna
here.
get you straight.
That's
Straight.
right.
Straight up.
It's great like that.
Straight like that. It's so funny when you said that. It sounded like you said St. Louis Hustle Black Cast. I was like, oh, we the Black Cast now? Wow. Boy, we are so St. Louis. Okay, we are black by popular demand. I guess
Yes,
that's
we are
what we
so
doing.
St. Louis in this piece. You better know.
We really are. Like we don't go eat Chinese food. We eat Chinaman, St. Louis. That's how St. Louis we are.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? We Natural Bridge on Sunday. Okay, St. Louis. That's how St.
I,
Louis we are.
I had my buddy Thurman here from Cleveland, and I took him over to the Rice House, and he was like, "Man, why is this one so good?" I said, "Man, this is city rice, but we're in
Right.
suburbs." He's like, "Man,
Right.
city rice? What is city rice?" I said, "Yeah, city rice."
You got to
So,
be here to know.
and I got
Get
him
some
on
rice from the county.
that St. Paul, right? And he's like, "Man, give me one of them Angry Birds, bro." Like, I said, man, it's egg foo young on bread is what it is, but we
It's
call it
pretty
the St.
much
Paul.
is what it is. It's an egg sandwich, okay? You can make it in
He's like,
crib.
that China, give me some of that city rice, bro. I'm like, yeah, see, in the county, they make light skin rice. In the city, they make dark folk rice. And we've got city rice in the county when you go to the Rice House, and he didn't understand what you mean city rice. So, but
this is how you know that you eating city rice. Ain't no vegetables in it. Ain't no carrots. Ain't no peas.
No.
Who put that? You don't put that in Chinaman. Who started
No,
that? If you started
no.
that and I find out who you are, I'm coming for you. We don't put carrots and peas in our Chinaman. You know
Nah,
what I'm
you
saying?
don't do that. And I think because of inflation, they take the onions out now. You don't even get onions no more.
You know what? See, that's a bullcrap right there. That's the devil. That is the
you,
devil right
you
there.
gotta
That's how you
ask.
know we in the end times.
You know how in your typical fast food restaurants, you gotta ask for the condiments. You gotta ask for your onions nowadays. They don't just put onions in your stuff no more. You gotta
You know
ask for
what?
it.
That's the devil. We got to pray, St. Louis. We got to pray that they start putting onions back in the Chinaman on GP. You don't get no bean sprouts. You don't get none of the stuff that you're supposed to have because of what's going on. We got to just
You gotta
pray. When I
ask
say
for it.
pray,
You
that
gotta ask for it.
you have to ask for it. It don't make no sense. It don't make none. Not a lick of sense. So, you know what? I ain't finna get on your president right now.
Yeah.
I ain't finna even ride your president. Shout out to all our first responders. We love
Yes.
y'all.
Yes. We
Y'all
do,
know I'll be
man. We
looking for
really do.
first responders. Like, if y'all know a first responder that's thankful.
He's that wants to respond to Chalet.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going places. Okay. I'm going right around corner to the grocery store. Then when I leave there, I'm going to the but for real though, just shout out to the first responders because they do an amazing job. Because if y'all had to depend on me to be a first responder, y'all be dependent. Y'all be waiting. They'll be like, what's she getting here? I had to stop off at the Chinaman. You just heard
I'm
her.
the, I'm
Stop
the
off.
first responder to respond last. That's what
All
I
right.
am.
I'm the first last responder. That's what happened. I'm the first last one. So yeah. But yeah, man. So let's jump into this thing.
Yeah,
Being
let's do it. Let's
accepted.
do it.
Man, there's so much, right? And I was telling you this, Cortez. Every time I go and I research information for the people, I'll
Hmm.
be like, man, somebody go get set free today. And it wind up being me. I be like, Lord, I ain't trying to get my own business out here. I'm trying to help the people. I'm here for your people, Lord. Now, what wind up happening is I hit on the subject and I'll be like, oh Lord,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
me. So I got read when I went through this, but that's okay.
yeah.
I live it out publicly. I don't mind. I ain't never
That's what we
scared.
do, man. We got to help people. We got to help people.
There it
So
is. There
let
it
me just
is.
show you what Liz said about
What
the
did Liz
biggest
say?
price that she's paid. She said the biggest price she's paid to be accepted was
Mm-hmm.
dimming my personality.
Whoo,
Won't
Jesus.
ever do that again, said Liz out of
Okay.
NYC. What's the biggest price you've ever paid to
Mm.
be accepted?
Whew, man. Is that for me? No. Was that rhetorical or was that just we
it's,
just put it
it's,
out there for the
it's for
people?
the people because we're going to get to you as we go through the script for the day.
Let me know. Yeah,
But it's
let
for the
me know.
people. Let us
For
know
the
in the
people.
comments what is the
Yes,
biggest price
please.
you've ever paid to be accepted.
Yep. Don't fool yourself. Many times, you know what I'm saying, you don't think that you have, but at some time or another,
Hmm.
you've done it. At some time or another, you've
Yeah.
done that. And it's real. It's real. So there it is. But it ain't my
Yeah.
time yet, so I ain't saying
Yeah.
that.
We've all compromised to be
Mm-hmm.
accepted
Oh yeah.
in one form, shape,
Real.
fashion, or another.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's one of the things about us as humans.
Mm-hmm.
We are social beings. God created us to be, contrary to popular belief, interdependent, not
Yep.
independent,
Ooh,
right?
you bet.
Yeah, I'm throwing out
Okay.
the big words today, Michelle.
Okay.
And what we try to do, though, is try to go against our nature and be independent and stand on our own and everything. That's not
Yep.
how God created this thing. He
Not
created
at
us to be
all.
interdependent.
Mm-hmm.
So that social
Yep.
conscious that we have, the need, that burning desire for us to be connected with other people,
Yep.
it's a gift and a curse, right? Because it pulls us together.
Yep.
But then we have the nerve to say, I yearn to be connected with other people. When I'm finally connected with these other people, then
Yep.
I want to exclude somebody else.
Right. Right.
It's like I'm
Right.
connected, but nah, I don't want you to be connected. You're gonna
Right.
stand
Right.
over
It's
there
too
by
many
yourself.
people here. I have to make an executive decision. Someone's going overboard, and it's you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We do that. We do that, and yeah, more times than not, I think that more times than not we do it, and we don't admit that we do it, and a lot of times
Hmm.
it's so it's so subliminal when it happens. We really don't even trip off the fact that we're doing it. Those things to be accepted. We got some really awesome things to work through here. Really, when I was beginning this research, because a lot of times you think you know it from here, you know what I'm saying? You kind of know it psychologically, but I did a little digging, and just the simple answer: what is acceptance, right? So the simple answer is the act or process of being received as adequate or suitable, typically being admitted to a social group or a gathering. Gaining that acceptance and what do? We do a lot of different things that may go under the radar when it comes to, I did that for real? Yeah, you did. I'm talking to you. You did that. So I'm getting ready to pull somebody's card right now. I already pulled my own card, but there it is. I'm getting ready to pull somebody's card right now because we're going to walk through some of these things.
All right.
On what that looks like.
Let's take a quick break. And when we come back on the other side of this break, we're going to get Melissa's comment, but we're also going to get the pulling of the card by Michelle A. So you guys make sure y'all keep it locked right here. And if you have not already, smash the like button, smash the share button. If you're on YouTube, smash the subscribe button too. And we'll be right back on the other side of this break.
Hey, good morning, Wealth Champions. Hey, listen, if you want to be financially successful, then you have to do what financially successful people do. And I know there's a few things that all wealthy people have in common. Number one, they understand that building wealth is a team sport. Number two, they understand the power of capitalism and business enterprise. Number three, they love to use systems and leverage. And number four, they all have mentors. My name is H. Cortez, also known as Financial Health Mentor. And for the last 5 years, I've been helping hardworking Americans get all of these things in place with one single membership. If you want to learn more about that, go to myperfectmoneyplan.com. Again, that's myperfectmoneyplan.com. And you're going to get a team of professionals, so you're not building wealth by yourself. You're going to get a system that's going to help you transform your finances. And last but not least, you're going to get some great mentorship to help you execute your game plan. So again, go to myperfectmoneyplan.com and I'll see you on the other side.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to St. Louis Hustle Podcast with your host Cortez Hustle and my co-host Michelle A. And that was our sponsor for today, myperfectmoneyplan.com. Yours truly, guys. Our financial success membership is helping to liberate lots and lots and lots of people. If you want to sponsor an episode of the St. Louis Hustle Podcast, all you got to do is reach out to my girl Michelle or your boy Cortez, and we'll work that thing out for you. So before Michelle started pulling cards, we had a message from Melissa. She says, people go broke for a certain look and material things to have an image of having it all together financially, but go in debt trying to do it, right? Broke people trying to look rich, going broke in the process to impress other broke people.
You know what? It's super interesting. And shout out to Melissa, Lisa Wilson. She is a St. Louis Hustle Podcast. Look, I'm going to say Black Ass. She's a St. Louis Hustle Podcast official certified life coach. That's right. Shout out to Melissa.
One of our first correspondents.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for a life coach, y'all need to hit her up because she's official. Okay, so that's so true, right? People have what they used to say, caviar dreams and like a pickle budget.
Beer budget.
A beer budget.
Yeah. Coke 45 budget.
Right.
White top. You remember you used to get the white top gin and vodka for $1? Yeah, I know a little something about that.
I don't
white
know.
Top.
I don't know nothing about what you talking about, sir. I was never a gin drinker. I was always a vodka kind of guy. Anyway, how we get on that? Sorry, Lord. Okay, so these two questions. So I'm gonna ask you real quick. We're gonna dive into this meat. Have you ever Cortez, Mr. Hustle, have you ever had a strong or felt a strong need to go out of your way to impress people, to be accepted? Have you yourself, sir, ever done that?
Absolutely.
Oh.
For the first half of my life, Michelle, I'm
50.
46 today. So
Ooh,
that's
you
about
old.
23, 24 years of my life. I tried
Wow.
really, really hard to convince the world that I
Mm.
really was who I was pretending to be.
Wow. And
Yeah.
that was to make you feel accepted. Was it a group of peers that you wanted to be accepted amongst? So that is a facade
Yep.
that you kept up?
It was, man. I remember. Now, we grew up in poverty, fourth born of 6 children, mom on welfare, whole 9
Okay.
yards, lights off, gas off, boiling water on hot plates, the whole
Whew.
9.
Been
And even
there.
in that, Michelle, I never felt poor, right?
Right.
But what I did as I was coming up, I felt like I wasn't getting, I saw the respect that the dope boys got on the corner. So I got out there and I sold drugs and helped damage my community, not because I felt like I needed the money, but I felt like I needed the respect because that's what I was looking up to. So yeah, I went through a whole phase, Michelle, where I was trying to be that dude, not realizing that I was risking my life and my freedom and the future of my unborn children.
Yeah.
Thank God I didn't have to look down the barrel of a gun too many times. I had gotten robbed at gunpoint, being on the streets. I never caught a case, so I don't have any felonies on my record or anything like that. But there were some very close calls on a few occasions, and so that was one of the phases where, I was trying really hard to be accepted by that underworld and carve out a lane for myself in that place. But really what that was, and one of the reasons I do what I do now is that was a version of my entrepreneurial spirit, right?
Wow.
Because it's really me trying to be who I am, which is an entrepreneur. But the only avenue that I saw to express that entrepreneurship was through dealing drugs and selling weed and that kind of stuff. But really, if there were guys like me today in my community that said, hey, what you're doing is you're just trying to be a business owner. Let me show you how to do that legitimately.
Thank you.
I could have gone down a different path. So yeah, I've been there trying to be accepted, man. It's damn near sold my soul for that whole process. Yeah.
That's crazy. But it's so real because so many people do it. And we don't realize that we're doing it. So I did ask this question: what is one of the most outlandish or wildest things that you've ever done to be accepted? And for myself, I don't even know. I think I admitted this one time on the show, but this was so retarded. But I did this when I was like 14. I started high school, and no one knew me because I'm from California, so no one knew me here. And I can't believe I'm going to admit this. I lied and told everyone that I had a baby at 14. Because my sister, who had a baby at 16, she, she was going through a thing, and she, I had the baby most of the time anyway. So no one knew me. Someone made the comment and asked me, I was somewhere on the south side with the baby, and someone said, "Is that your son? He looks just like you." And it was like, ding. And because I took it and ran, because when this woman, this random stranger said that to me, everyone in the area we were, I think where I was at a store or something, and everyone started crowding around. They were like, "Oh my God, he's so cute. Oh wow, how old are you? Oh, this is your baby?" And I was like, "Yeah." And I got all this attention. I got all of this attention. And so I started a new school. Because I moved here in the winter, went to one school, and then in the fall, when I became a freshman, I started a brand new school with a brand new area where no one knew me. Why not? Who gonna know? And I kept up this lie for 4 years. It's so funny because when it came out, they was like, "Wait a minute, that's not your son?" But you said, I mean, you even told us. I done told him about labor and everything. I ain't had labor.
Because that's what the other 14-year-olds want to know. How was was it hard? How was the labor pains?
It hurt, but I was cool. I was a soldier. Yeah, I was a liar. But I did that because it got me attention. I felt like it made people like me. It made I felt like it got me accepted. And here's the bad part. In some ways it did, hindsight, of course. Right. Would not recommend that for anybody. But I wasn't secure in who I was. Didn't love myself. So I made up another person to be. And that was 14-year-old mom, Michelle.
Yeah.
People seem to like her better. So that was it's probably some folks out there I went to school with was like, you lied! You lied!
They just now finding out.
When I tell you, there's some people, my one close friend, Geneva, she knew after I graduated, but most of the people that I went to school with, they like, if they tune in or come across this, they're going to be like, this, you lied! Oh, stretch forth your hands towards the phones or man, get the oil is what happened. Yeah. So it's real like that.
Zolani said, I tried to gangbang, but I didn't want to get jumped in.
How you? It's so funny too, because I can see him doing that. He's like, I got to what? Oh, so I'm gonna just go ahead. I'm gonna go down here and see what these other Crips is doing. Because these particular Crips want to fight. I don't want to fight. I just want to create.
Yeah, no. I didn't know that was part of the requirement. I thought, you just blessed me with a blue bandana. And once I put that in my pocket, it's official. Is what I thought. but y'all talking about y'all got all 10 of y'all got how long?
Everybody at what time?
For 60 seconds, 60 whole seconds. Sure? It don't sound like a long time, but 60 whole seconds, 10 of y'all, that's 20 fists and 20 feet.
Right. I'd be like, and y'all gonna start with the biggest one? The biggest one gets to do it first? That's a big deal. Him? I don't know. I mean, I already got the uniform. Can I just get in? I mean, can we just talk to somebody? Because they had a handbook. That back in the day, there was a Crip handbook. Now, I'm from Cali, okay, and I'm not sure. I guess they, there's a discrepancy on if it originated in California or New York or whatever. I'm from California. For me, that's where Crips and Bloods originated. And when I got here to St. Louis and I was in high school, middle school, there was a Crip handbook. And it was a legitimate packet of papers with the sign, the sign that they throw up on the front, and all of these bylaws.
Yeah.
In a book. Somebody went and Xeroxed all this stuff off in the 80s.
That's how I knew the 60-second jump in is real. You have to get jumped in.
You read the book.
60 seconds. Yes. I saw the documentary. I didn't read the book. I saw the documentary. Of the guy who took it to New York. Right. And they did a documentary and he built it like a corporation.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So here's the thing. I'm sorry, be getting excited. Here's the thing. It goes back to what you said about being a quarter boy or a D boy or all that. Well, it took me so long to figure out that D boy wasn't the other D boy. I was like, whoa, where are we going with this? And he was like, dope boy. Wasn't ready to know my co-host like that. Anywho, if you can go do that, there are thousands and thousands of young men that are in gangs and running gangs. You should be CEOs and you should be company owners, right? Because these men have these structures in ththese gangs and the et cetera. They have a hierarchy, right? And they run it, like you just said, like a corporation. You're wasting. You can go start a legitimate business. And have your own and without killing your community because they have the mindset. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you've always been a hustler, whether you were slanging drugs, slanging books, slanging whatever. Let it go, Shell, because it was a joke that was coming up and I'm gonna let it. Thank you, Lord. I'm trying to grow a little. But whatever you're slanging, it's just that you have the mindset of an entrepreneur. You're just pointed in the wrong direction.
Yeah.
Line up your hustle and get it. So
Yeah.
that was editorial. That was free. I didn't go charge y'all for that. You welcome. That was free. But so I wanted to jump into this real quick. Some of the signs that you could be a person that is, they call it needy. You know, you want to be accepted. Oh, that person needy. Or, you know, you could be that person that wants to be accepted. And maybe you just don't know that that's you. That's not me, girl, because I wouldn't even be, I'm my own woman. I'm my own man. No, this could be you. So if you take disagreements personally, if you take it personally, you're having a conversation and Cortez says, "Now, Shell, I think leopards are ugly." And I'm like, you know what? This friendship is over. Leopards are awesome. And
Says
so is leopard print.
In leopard print right now.
Right, you hear me? But taking disagreements personally, you know what I'm saying? That's a sign that you could be that person that wants to be accepted. Because if somebody doesn't agree with you, then you just all the way outdone, right?
0 to 100 if we don't agree. Yeah.
Right. So changing or adapting your point of view to in the face of disapproval. So we disagree, and you be like, you know what? I think leopard print is stupid. You know what? I do too. I ain't enough put on. It's laundry day. I was tripping. I don't even really like it either. You know, I'm trying to be accepted. I'm trying to be like you.
I got a word for that, Michelle. We call it in St. Louis wishy-washy. If you are wishy-washy, you've got a problem with wanting or needing to be accepted. Because when you're with this group of friends, you don't like leopard print. But when you come around Michelle and her leopard print is the best thing since sliced bread.
It's the jam. You'll be like, oh, that looks so good on you, knowing that you don't like leopard print. Get your life together, please.
Yes, wishy-washy.
Wishy-washy. Don't be wishy-washy. And look it up in the Urban Dictionary to be there. Don't look in the real dictionary because you ain't gonna find it. But look in the Cortez Urban Dictionary, you're gonna find wishy-washy. This is so many people, you're afraid to say no. You a yes man or a yes girl. You a atta girl or a atta boy.
Right.
That is the biggest thing. I know that in so many people, being a leader on my job for as many years as I have been. That person that don't want to say no, they say yes to everything and they overcommit themselves and they underdeliver. No, because they used to be me. Yeah, I'll do it. Knowing in my heart, I really didn't want to. This is how people used to get me. Can I have a ride home? Can you give me a ride? Knowing in my heart, I'm like, I feel like I want to go home. I don't want to be bothered. But I give them a ride and then I'm mad the whole way taking them home.
Yeah.
Why be mad? Yeah. Why? When you could have just said no? Because hell.
And you could have said no. And I think this is huge for people spiritually. Because you have to, there's a difference between being a giver and being a cheerful giver.
What? Yep, there it is.
And you would serve yourself better spiritually saying, nah, I'm not feeling that ride home for you today. Hopefully you can catch somebody else. But I'm going straight home because I'm tired. Rather than doing what you did where, okay, I'm going to take you. But in my mind, there's so much negativity going on that is seeping into my spirit because I didn't want to do this.
Didn't want to do it.
It's crazy.
Man, I finally started saying no, but there was a lady at church. Oh Jesus, they could be like, I know who you're talking about, but tell the truth and shame the devil. I love her to death. That's why I'm going on record to say I love you. She don't watch the show, but I love you. But other people that know her watch the show. I love her. However, she used to always ask me for a ride home, and I'd be like, I take her home, and I would have an attitude, driving fast in traffic, hit corners and stuff. You knock yourself out the blessing. Because you got a stank attitude. You should have just went on and not did it. And you would have been cool. So now, the last couple of years she'd asked for a ride home. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna be able to do it. I'm just around the corner. I gotta go home. See, you live that way and I live that way. I can't do it. Maybe my gas is limited. I used to be a rider, so my gas hand used to stay next to E. and I would take somebody home and run out my last gas and then be struggling the rest of the week. That's the same thing with loaning money. I used to be a yes person. So now I don't loan money unless I don't need it back. But so ask me for some money and I've told no, I ain't gonna be able to do that. Okay, you did. I ain't gonna be able to do that either. Sorry. You know what I'm saying? So that person, you can't say no. You need to be accepted. You need to fix that. We're gonna give you some tips toward the end of the show. What's Melissa got?
Doing things so people won't be mad at you and or to befriend people. Doing things, I don't want to do this, but if I don't do it, she gonna get mad. He gonna get mad. So let me just nah, man. That's bad for your spirit, people. I'm telling you.
It's bad for you all the way around. And it doesn't do either person justice. It really doesn't. You don't stand up for your own rights. You let people dog you out. You know what I'm saying? You think that for some reason, when someone mistreats you for whatever reason, you accept it because you feel like it's warranted, because you want to be included with that person or that group so bad, you allow them to do you wrong. Again, it used to be me. Now I'm like, hey, I smell in the air. No, I ain't doing that. Oh, you finna no. You might give me once, but you will not give me twice.
Yeah, if you the butt of every joke by everybody in your clique, you need a new clique.
That when I tell you, like, if you're the butt of every joke, and if you're the smartest person in your circle, you need a new circle. That's just it. You need a new group of friends.
It is so detrimental, but I've seen it time and time again. And also being on the other end of it is what happens is if you're the butt of every joke, then you know you're the low man on the totem pole. So what you do is subconsciously you go out and recruit somebody that could be lower than you, so that everybody, including you, can talk about somebody else. And you bringing this person in to get victimized so that you can save yourself, right? Instead of saying, these doggone jerks don't appreciate me. Every time I come around, they got something negative to say. Let me stop coming around.
It's the need for inclusion. It's human nature to want to. God made us to be, like you said, God made us to be interpersonal. He made us to be in union with each other. He made us to be unified. He didn't make us to be silos, right? And so it's that human need to want to connect that drives that. However, this is something that I really encourage young people to do with their children while they're young. Instill in them who they are. Instill in them whose they are, that they belong to God first, and then instill in them who they are, right? But if you start at a young age building a child up, when they get to be that age, and they'll be solid in who they are, and they won't feel the need to be accepted, you know? Here's another one. This is something that a lot of young people do, and my girls used to do it. Again, when I was young, I used to too, but I've seen younger people, especially in the workplace, do this. You gain attention or acceptance through spreading gossip, or the tea, as they call it. Oh, I got the tea, girl. Girl, what they do? What they do, girl? Don't tell nobody. But we talked about that. If it start with "don't tell nobody," you probably shouldn't be hearing it.
Listen, if you go between me and you, stop right there.
Stop. I almost
want to stop you at but I'm gonna hear you out. But then you go between me and you, then I got to cut you off right there, because if it's got to stay between me and you, then you probably said that same thing to somebody else between me and you. So now it's between me and you, but it's also between you and them, and you and her, and you and him. Nah, I don't need to know if it's got to be between me and you.
Man, that right there, the tea. I got the tea. If people want to hear the tea, get your life together. We don't want to hear the tea. We don't want to taste tea or hear the tea. So
on your job, you Wendy Williams Jr. on your job.
Man, how you doing? No, it's not a good look. Not a good look at all. Here's one more: behaving in a way that's contrary to your own beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Now, you know that you be in church every Sunday, and you know that you love the Lord. He heard your cry. But then when you get around certain folks, you morph into what they need you to be. And that was me. I was a baby. I was a chameleon. I jumped between the raindrops on you. You know what I'm saying? Who I need to be in this circle, who I need to be in that circle. That's one of the reasons, quiet as it's kept, one of the reasons I got out of comedy. Right. So those of you that know me know that I did stand-up comedy for 16 years, right? And I felt like it was a good transition to move into media, to move into television, hosting, etc., because that's my first love. But doing stand-up comedy, I really only started off doing it to get into television because I didn't know a way into the industry. I wanted to get into TV and doing stuff like this. And so doing comedy is where that entrance came, but the more I did it, and for as long as I did it, I got accepted in certain circles. Oh, you a comedian? Come over here with us. Oh, you do this? Come over here with us. And I felt like the applause meant I was accepted, you know? And it just after, for me personally, because I don't feel like I had the greatest grip of it, it played a mind game, you know, because if you get cheers and applause, you're accepted. But if you don't, then you're not accepted. And when you're not accepted, you feel rejection. You know what I'm saying? And so it plays with your mind if you're not in the right headspace. So I had to take it all the way back, understand what God said about me, understand who he is, love who he is. And then once I started to know God, he could show me the me that he created me to be. And then I could start to love that person to where I didn't need to be accepted. I don't give a damn. Let me tell you something. I love people, but if you don't ever accept me another day on this earth, then I'm okay. I spend a lot of time by myself right now because I'm not forcing my way into groups to be accepted. I want to be around people, and I have to fight the urge to go and be around people that I shouldn't be around because I want that inclusion. But right now, it's better for me to be by myself because I know that, you know what I'm saying, God will connect me with the people that I'm supposed to be around. Right. And it won't be about that clique thing. So dig in that, people. Take out the lesson you need to take out. You know,
and that's so true. So the second half of my life, I got introduced to Cortez, the real Cortez.
Okay.
And believe it or not, come to find out, he all right. And I started to like and love myself. And now, while we will never not want to be included, there's a difference between wanting to be included and needing to be included. Right. Because when you finally fall in love with you, flaws and all, and you can stand on that, you're going to attract the people who appreciate you for being you. And while you want to be included, if you don't get included, you don't feel the rejection because you are comfortable in the skin you're in. And it took me 25 years to get there. But it's a great place to be in. And I had to go through some things to get there. But if you can love who you are and the skin you're in, you're going to attract the people who appreciate you just for that.
There it is. Yeah. You know, just real quick, I'm going to try to hit this and get off of it real quick because I got 3 real big things I want to say. But, you know, biblically speaking, you know, the greatest commandment is to love your God with all your mind, your heart, your soul, etc. And then in the Bible, they asked Jesus, well, what's the second greatest commandment? He said to love your neighbor as yourself. Right. So you can't love someone else if you don't love yourself. He said, love your neighbor as yourself. You know what I'm saying? So there has to be a measurement. How do you love yourself? And however you love yourself, that's how you love your neighbor. You can't give away greater love to somebody else greater than what you have for yourself.
That is true.
You can't. You know what I'm saying? So self-love, and I heard our life coach, Melissa Lisa Wilson, say this, you know, self-love is the most, it's other than that love for God, it's the second most important love. You know what I'm saying? So don't tell me you love me when you don't love yourself. Don't tell me you love me when you letting you go to hell in a handbasket. Don't tell me that because I'm not going to believe that. I'm not going to believe that.
And so that's good to recognize in your relationships. If someone is treating themselves horribly, they can't love you.
Man. Ooh, that thing a preach right there.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Yes,
let me find out you preaching on the side. Let me find out. the last three things, the modern day signs of wanting to be accepted, because our kids do things differently than what we would do, because we a little bit older. Our kids, and really some older folks, catfishing people online. If you out here catfishing people online, stop it. Stop it right now. You setting up fake accounts with fake pictures and fake. You got a whole fake life online.
Fake life.
Right. Your pictures aren't you. You aren't you. There are people out there. Watch the show Catfish. Is really riveting. But I mean, it's sad to say that people are out there creating these online images or online facades because they don't like who they are, so they go be somebody else. But it's all to be accepted because they've been rejected. They want to be accepted. The next one. This finna hurt. And for our people on Instagram, I love y'all. So don't send your correspondence to that guy right there. Buying followers online. Woo! I said what I said, sugar.
Yes,
if you have to, I told you, I'm pulling. As my pastor will say, I'm snatching edges today, baby. Okay, I'm snatching edges.
J. Cole said everything ain't what it seems.
Okay.
How many people faking their streams?
You hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Click from machines.
You hear me? Not you.
Listen, this is how I eat. This is how I live, by serving a community.
Thank you.
It is tempting for me to go out and say, man, I got a few racks. Let me go buy 1 million followers. Now I can stunt like, man,
come on, stop it. We know you out there, and we know your secret. And we gonna tell.
Yeah, that's.
And we're gonna pray for you, but we gonna tell. And so the last one flies under the radar: online bullying. You know what I'm saying? You bully people online, so you can feel stronger. And when we here's the thing: when we have a false sense of self-confidence, false meaning I bullied you, I belittled you to make me feel bigger and stronger, that makes people feel accepted. That makes people feel greater than what they are. It feeds that temporary. It's like a temporary rush, right? And it's like a drug, and it's like getting high. And so, living in that, you know what I'm saying? That is that facade. You're not accepted. You can use that and go and get friends, and you know what I'm saying? You popping on people posts on Facebook and on Instagram and all of that, and you being mean and saying them cutthroat comments, and that's still bullying. You know what I'm saying? You popped on somebody's post and you don't even know who the hell they are. You just came with that wildness, or you know who they are and you figured you could just come with that wildness. Try me. Try Jesus and not me. That's all I got to say. But anyway.
And that's the only reason you popped on
was to do that.
To bring the drama.
To bring that. Because I read too many posts. I just pop on people's posts and just read their stuff, and it'd be hilarious. But most of them do. But then sometimes when you see the meanness go back and forth, it's like, what's that about?
Yeah. I get it all the time, Michelle. I get it all the time. Who are you? Who gave you permission to be a financial health mentor? What? You didn't go to school for that. You don't have any certifications. You don't have this. You don't have that.
Uppercut. Let me know who they are.
I get it all the time.
Man,
and
let me know.
I just kill them with kindness.
We have to do that. We gotta okay, because you like my little brother. So who tried to bully my little brother?
I get it all the time. I get it all the time.
Get elbow right to the forehead.
I get it all the time. Yeah.
I'm gonna start going on your thing. See, I'm gonna turn my camera over. That's how mad I am. See, I'm gonna start going on the financial health mentor. I'm gonna start going to your thing, and I'm gonna just sit and I'm gonna wait. And when I see the comment, I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna pop out on them like a puma or a leopard.
Like a
with
leopard.
The shoulders are like a leopard. No, I can't say like a cougar because then all the young men will be like, I knew it. I knew
I'm
it.
gonna have all the 20-somethings on my page dragging me because they waiting on the cougar to pop out.
When I tell you I'm the world's worst cougar, look here, sugar. Look, want no laundry get done? I'm gonna want you to cook for me. What is you talking about? If you're looking for me to be a cougar, you're gonna be waiting because I'm not good at it. Okay, I got a whole list of folks that be like, she's horrible at being a cougar. I was paying her.
Yeah,
that's it. That's what you better do. Well, anyway.
Yeah, and then I gotta go here, Michelle, real quick. I know you got a couple other things, but
okay.
some things that we have given up to be accepted. And when you said snatching edges, I just think about all my sisters out there who literally gave up their edges to be accepted.
Don't do me. You know what?
Right?
Why would you go? Why? Because you know.
But it's real though, Michelle. It's real.
Why do you think I wear a face? Why do you think I wear this haircut?
It is real, and we got a whole generation of parents who have done that, and they're watching their children do that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know how it turned out for you, and you gonna braid your child's hair until she can't think straight because the braid's so tight. And you know what's gonna happen after 20 years of that, because you don't want to comb hair every day, every 2 days. So I'm gonna braid this stuff up once a month. And come on, man, we've got to really, really, really pay attention to what we do. Yeah.
Sir, I'm real sorry, but you have all boys. Yeah, I don't think right now, I don't think that comment was justified. I hate to turn on my own. I'm very sorry, sir.
Yeah.
But I don't think that comment was justified. I had 2 girls. I hated combing hair, and yes, I was one of the ones get my niece braided from the brain stem. I'm not combing hair for 2 years. Do that. I am one of them ones. But I will say this, glory be to God. Hallelujah. Both my girls still got their edges. Mama the only one. My edges were the victim. I was a victim of a bad weave job. My daughter put some hair in my head and put it in too tight. And she said, Mama, I'm just going to pull it. And she thought she had enough glue remover in. And when she snatched the track out, it sounded like Velcro. And I knew that wasn't a good thing. I said, that probably wasn't good, because it was like, I don't think that was.
It could not end well for me.
It did not end
well for me. The way that sounded.
It didn't. Okay, I have to hit these. I gotta hit these 2 points.
Wait. Before we hit that, I won't feel good if I let the fellas off the hook, right?
Get them.
But we also do our version of being accepted when we are in corporate America, and we demasculinize ourselves to be around and in the corporate structure. And we a lot of times get treated like less than men for the sake of a job. And we can't do that either, because we then go and teach our sons how to do the same thing.
Can you expound on when you say demasculate, that word you said? Can you expound on
So
that?
when we are in the job environment as strong Black men who we are naturally, we take crap off people we wouldn't normally take crap off of environment, and we cower down, and we will shrink ourselves to fit in the box that we can't fit in creatively. We don't want to step on toes. We don't want to check a MFer on the job the same way we would check a MFer on the streets for the same infraction.
Emoji face.
And we will turn around and teach our kids the same thing. Hey, when you're on the job and your boss says this, or your coworker says this because you're on a job, there's a diplomatic way to stand up for yourself wherever you are.
I'll agree.
But we'll cower down, and we'll teach that. And that is the equivalent of us men losing our edges because we put hair in, like a woman will put hair in because she's more accepted and can get a job easier if she put on the wig versus going in with her frock and being strong and who she is, or with her locks and the whole 9 yards.
Right.
So we, on the other hand, will kind of do it in a different way. But then we turn around and teach our sons how to be not the strongest man that they can be as a result of, trying to keep a job and all that kind of stuff. So had to say that for the fellas, because if I'm going to talk about the edges in the women, and I know a lot of that comes from trying to be accepted by society at large, and men will do that same thing because, brothers are getting killed for being who we are. And sometimes it is what it is. This is who I am. And if this threatens you to the death of me, then as they say, I would rather fight on my feet than to, live on my knees. So.
Woo! Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Do you want a revolution? Whoop, whoop. Do you want a revolution? Dang, Kurt Franklin Jr. in this bud. Woo, okay. You better say it. Let me find out you somewhere preaching on Sunday morning. I'm going to come for you. Oh, my goodness. This one thing I wanted to mention real quick, because I know we're limited on time. I saw this. It was an excerpt from O Magazine, right? Oprah's magazine. And it said, are you involved in approval prostitution? I was like, what'd you say? And so I'm just going to read just two little excerpts of it. It says, being dependent on approval, so dependent that we barter away all of our time, our energy, and personal preferences to get it. It ruins lives, right? And it says, doing this, it divorces us from our true selves. It precludes real intimacy, and it causes suppressed feelings that can lead to resentment. So true. The last one, this is a quote. I don't know who the editor is of this article from Oprah Magazine, but a direct quote. Pleasing others is like sex. When we do it because we really want to, it's a wonderful life. It's a wonderful life-affirming way to strengthen a relationship. But when it's motivated by obligation, powerlessness, or calculated advantage, it's the very definition of degrading. The key to an authentic emotional life, like the key to an authentic sex life, is to follow your real desires.
Shirley, you should have started with that. That'll preach. That is real talk.
That knocked me off my feet. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my. Yeah. Oh my. So I'm going to hit these things super quick. How do you get past being needy? Become aware of your actions. Develop a greater sense of self-worth. Learn to accept yourself for who you are, right? Check the accuracy of your beliefs. Practice self-love. Super important. Try to understand why you're seeking the approval in the first place. Sometimes you got to go back to your past to get to your future. Journal your thoughts. And last thing, trust yourself. Once you do all that, the last thing is trusting yourself.
Trust yourself.
So that's it. Yeah. That's it, man.
And I think one of the things that happens is when you were talking about catfishing and some of the other things that we do to get approval because we're not comfortable with who we are.
Yep.
As if we don't have the power to change that.
Man.
Right?
Yep.
If you don't like who you are, you do have to accept who you are, and you start from there. Listen, it's just like a GPS. In order for me to get to where I want to be, and at the time when I was going through this transition and finally falling in love with the real Cortez, I wasn't satisfied with who that guy was, but I had to come to the acceptance. And then I had a picture of who I wanted to be. So just like a GPS, if you say I'm going from St. Louis to California, the first thing the GPS is going to say, where are you now?
Yep.
And if you don't like where you are, you still have to accept it. But now you got a coordinates that you can put in and say, this is where I am now. This is the picture that I want to be. I'm not going to pretend to be that. I'm going to grow to be that. And I'm going to do the necessary steps to become that. I don't have to falsify that, but I've got this picture. What do I need to get there? I need to read different books. I need to associate with different people. I need to go to different places. I need to watch what goes into my mind. I need to feed my spirit differently. The whole 9 yards.
It's a package.
So we can become that person that we want to be, but we don't have to pretend it.
Yeah.
We just have to start where we are and accept it.
People don't want to do the work. That's what it is. What it is. They don't want to do the work. They want to. This is we live in a microwave society where we want it now. I want to be this person now. And I agree. I had to do the work. When you go through enough, it just sometimes just funny how things kind of work out. Sometimes you can go through and you just get that revelation, like, heck, I think I need to do this. But sometimes, and in most cases, you have to go through some things. And me, I went through some traumas, and and that's where I was like, you know what, I'm done pretending to be the Chalet. That's when I went from being Chalet to Michelle A. Right? Because I didn't want to pretend. That's when I came out of the wigs. You know, I may wear them again, but this is who I am. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got no edges. I ain't got no edges. So I faded up. But I get more compliments on this hairstyle being naturally who I am than I ever did when I was rocking wigs. You know what I'm saying? And nothing against people who do. I might go back one day. But right now, I love me and I love who I am, and I love who God is shaping me into. He ain't done yet. He ain't done. If you think it's good now, it's only getting better. But I'm good right now, and it takes the courage to say I'm gonna be by myself. I want to be in a relationship. I could jump with a whole lot of guys, but I want the one that's right for me, and I want the relationship that's right for me. And that means if I gotta walk by myself, just me and the good little me and Jesus, then that's what I gotta do. You know, because I'm not willing to just jump into something to be accepted, to get that rush. That, I feel neat. Nah, I'm gonna wait it out. I'm gonna wait it out. That's my social circles, my relationship status, all of that, because I know that greater is coming. Because I'm knowing and loving who I am now.
Right. And you're becoming greater. So you have no choice but to attract greater into your life. Well, that was it. Beautiful last words. I appreciate you guys for all tuning in to the St. Louis Hustle Podcast. Till we talk to you guys next time, we want you to get your money up, because you absolutely can do it.
Hustle hard, people.
You deserve to do it. Each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.
One of y'all.